I do wonder, though, how much that blade would actually fetch on the market if sold. Don't give me that look. It's an honest question.
Gosh, a costume change for Shiger? I can't wait to see what he shows up in next.
All set for another trip into the glittering westward expanse? I know I am.
Let us hop aboard the next ferry to the Ruby Price and wait for Shiger there, as he requested. Come along.
He ought to be here any minute now. I can't wait.
If you had the sword and sold it, what would you do with the money? Just out of curiosity. I won't tell anyone.
Oh, it's Shiger. Over here. Over here.
By the kami. I thought you were someone else at first. Well, since it was suggested that I should wear something other than the garments of a Sekizigami for a time, I paid a visit to Kaganadori and purchased something completely unlike my usual attire.
It's quite the change, but very much for the better, if I do say so myself.
I didn't realize you could be so fashionable.
Fashionable. Please, Nashu. You give me too much credit. I'll say. That get up with those sore? I don't see that becoming a trend. Not that it matters. We didn't come here to mess about, and we've got a collector to catch. Assuming he's after the aim no Murakumo, then we've got to get to the Isle of Zeki. Any ideas? By air or by underwater passage, bit more tricky than I thought. Without the blessing of the Kogin, the latter seems almost impossible. What about that bird of yours? Montero, was it? After what the inspector did to him. He'll be keeping a wide berth, I reckon, assuming he's even fit to fly. It was a somewhat traumatic experience for all involved.
Forgive me my bluntness, my wolfish compatriot, but it occurs to me that we have yet to hear your motives for attempting to steal the Saburo hero from Master Akabano. Did not Kojo say that selling such a blade would be extraordinarily difficult?
It's not stealing to take back what was stolen. That black-hearted bastard Akabano prized it from the hands of its rightful owner. He was a humble samurai who lived a humble life devoid of most luxuries. A righteous man who'd never turn his back on those in need, certainly not a young Lupin boy who'd fled Doma during the occupation. The two lived as father and son, with few comforts save each other's company. And then one day a merchant came calling, asking after the samurai's sword. Asking him to part with his one prized possession. But a sword is a samurai's soul, and he'd sooner die than sell it, even for a fortune. But the merchant, he's not the sort to go quietly into the night. He changes tack and worms his way into the samurai's affairs. Small sums at first, but bigger, then bigger. Before he knows it, the samurai owes the merchant a veritable mountain of coin. And so he pledges his blade as collateral. The samurai worked day and night to reclaim his honor. But while strong in spirit, he was weak in body. He fell sick, and soon after passed away, leaving his Lupin charge alone in this unjust world. All this time, you were only. He left Kugane for a time and returned years later from Yangzia, having learned the ways of the shinobi that he might honor his adoptive father by helping others as he had helped him as a child. A chivalrous guise for a personal vendetta, perhaps. More than anything, he yearned to reclaim the samurai's sword, the last surviving memento of their time together, that he might wear it with pride. All this time, Master Akabano was your main objective. When you broke into his shop in the Rakuza district, you were searching for the Saburo hero. You kept a close eye on him, even as you continued to target other disreputable merchants, that you might drive him to take additional measures to protect the sword, knowing that in so doing, he would eventually reveal its location.
Then it is settled. The Saburo hero must be returned to its rightful owner.
Hey, if it's so hard for people to reach the Isle of Zeki, how was Yojimbo planning to get there?
That I do not know, but regardless, if he was headed there, someone must have noted his passing. I say we question the pirates of Sakazuki and see if any have observed a traveler resembling Yojimbo of late.
We are of the same mind, Shiger. To Sakazuki, post haste.
I am charged with both monitoring the ships that pass through this area and keeping a close watch on activity in Hell's Lid.
Honestly, I think he looks better in his new outfit than the Sekizigami one.
Slacking off. Nay, this is nothing of the sort. In fact, I would even say this is the most important part of my job. After all, if I do not rest and keep my eyes sharp, I am bound to miss something important.
Who could have guessed that the wolf burglar would have such a tragic backstory? Maybe I misjudged him.
I am one of the Confederacy's foremost lookouts. It is a position I intend to keep until the day I die.
If it's about what I said earlier, forget it. Finding Yojimbo and the sword is all that matters now.
Come, let us commence the questioning. After you.
Oh, I remember you. Looking for more dead men. A rail-thin samurai with a wide-brimmed hat and oversized gete. Home. A traveler like that would not escape my notice, which is to say I'm confident I haven't seen him. Sorry to disappoint you.
Not at all, my friend. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us. As I said before, my good woman, when at first you don't succeed, make inquiries again. Let us away.
That, gentleman from earlier, something about him was disturbingly familiar. Reminiscent of that dead fellow I spied on the boat a while back.
Onward into the next potential witness, I say.
What was that? Lanky samurai with a large hat. As it happens, I spoke with a traveler like that. Had a dog with him, too. Sure enough, he had a mind to head to the Isle of Jeki. Couldn't imagine why, what with the red being as unwelcoming as there, and there being no place to dock a boat. I told him as much, but he shrugged it off and went on his merry way. Come to think of it, did I see that dog of his not long ago? On the beach below, wandering about. I hope he didn't abandon him.
You have been tremendously helpful. 1,000 thanks to you. Surely the canine in question is Daigor. We must gather the others and search for Jim's beloved companion at once. Daigora. Here, Daigora.
Oh, I think I see him over there. Maybe he doesn't like us anymore?
Now. You've just got to give the pup the right incentive, is all. Incentive? Surely it can't be that simple. See for yourself.
Woof, woof. Woof, woof, woof.
So that's all it takes to win him over, at a single Koban? Greedy little thing.
Hush, Shiger. Daigora is a good dog. And now he will lead us to his master.
Woof, woof.
This is quite a fix indeed.
Woof, woof.
Daigoro, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to wait for me. Hildy.
Jim, my good man. I mean, you rapscallion. You've nowhere to run. Cease your shenanigans and relinquish the Saburo Sukihiro at once.
I will do no such things. Ever since I was bested by your tight-lipped associate over yonder, I yearned for an opportunity to redeem myself. And so I set about searching for stronger swords with which I might bring my everything to bear. I thought to claim victory with the no Murakumo in hand, but if circumstances demand we settle this here and now, then so be it.
Stay your hand, my friend. Though I know you only mean well, securing the sword is a grave responsibility which falls to
I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, will resolve this conflict and reclaim the sword. Prepare to be amazed as the Saburo Sukihiro is delivered into my waiting arms. Daigora, oh Daigora. Come here and let Hildy give you a great big belly rub.
Daigoro, you will do no such thing. What? Betrayed.
The inspector does come from a wealthy family, so maybe he smells of money?
Until you surrender the Saburo Sukihiro, I will give Daigora the most furious of belly rubs, thereby depriving you of the pleasure. Such is my ultimatum.
Daigoro. Daigoro. Return to me this instant. Oh, fie on it. You win. The sword is yours.
By the kami, I can't believe that actually worked. Inspector Hildibrand's powers of negotiation are most impressive.
Mummy I.
Wait, where is the Soborosuke hero?
Right where it belongs.
You fiend. Return it at once.
That's far enough, all of you. Bugger me, where did they come from?
But this isn't over.
Shiger. What is this I hear about you setting free a notorious fugitive? Explain yourself at once. Well, you see. Inspector Hildibrand and in order to track down Yojimbo and the Saburo hero, we needed to enlist the assistance of the wolf burglar. To that end, we removed him from the jail, temporarily, of course. We have every intention of returning him to his cell. And how do you intend to do so when your prisoner has taken flight? Shiger, I charge you with aiding and abetting a criminal in their escape.
Be reasonable. You know full well that everything Shiger did was to achieve a greater good. To uphold the law of the land. We will return with the Saburo hero and the wolf burglar, I swear to you.
Your actions in service to the Sekizigami are not unknown to me. Nevertheless, Shiger must be held to account for his. To make an exception at your request would only compound the offense. No man is above the law, not even our own.
First Yojimbo, then the wolf burglar, and now Shiger. It's so much quieter when it's just the three of us.
What a miscarriage of justice to see our Shiger spirited away like a common criminal, in complete disregard for the extenuating circumstances. It falls to us to find a way to right this wrong. But this is no place to devise a plan. To Kugane, my friends.
Tenkantu is as the crossroads of Kugane. Many people pass through it every day, and I have learned to recognize the lawbreaker and the troublemaker. Conduct yourself with respect, and we shall have no quarrel.
It's so lonely without everyone else around. I hope they're doing all right.
Oh, my good woman. I hardly know where to begin. Ever since our return I have been racking my brain trying to conceive of a means by which we might free Shijir from his predicament, but to no avail. By absconding with a sword, the wolf burglar has done us no favors. And yet, I do not think his tale of the samurai in Akabano was a lie. My keen inspector's sense tells me that the many threads of this tale are converging upon a single point not far from now, in which all truths shall be laid bare for all to see.
COR. That's what I like to hear. And I agree, I don't think the wolf burglar's bad at all. Once the Sekizigami realize that, they're sure to let Shijir off the hook, don't you think?
I most certainly do, Nashu. Furthermore, I say that to hasten this most desirous of resolutions, I must begin investigating Master Akabano at once. Hold the fort while I'm gone, my stalwart assistant.
Yes sir, Inspector. I don't know what he's about, but I'm sure it'll be brilliant.
HMPH. I suppose this day was bound to come. No matter. Soon there will be nothing in this world beyond my grasp. Hey hey hey.